Working on a transmission from a 92 Sentra SE-R. We have our input shaft here. It's for your clutch. Working on the 5th gear. Got our driven shaft here to our final drive. So your 5th gear is on a bearing on the input shaft. You can see the bearing there. You got your cone here for your synchro or your bulk ring. You got the spline here for the synchronizer hub. This guy here. And you got your sleeve. So when you select your 5th gear, the fork's going to slide your sleeve, which is locked to the shaft, onto your 5th gear. And that's what's going to give you, a selection of the 5th gear. So what's happening is the teeth here, the engagement teeth, and on this guy are worn. I don't know if you can see the edge there. They're kind of tapered and worn. So you can actually flip this and use the other side for the 5th gear because it's only selecting 5th gear. This is just a 5-speed, not a 6-speed, where some of the other slides are selecting multiple different gears. Anyways, even if you do just flip the slide ring to get the other side with the teeth that aren't worn, you have your other half, which is your gear, and you can see that those engagement teeth there are worn also. Let's see. Versus a new gear, you can see them nice and almost triangular. There's a slight taper to them. And so what's happening is because this one, the taper is now running the opposite way under load, it's kicking that ring back and popping you out of 5th gear. So we got our new outer sleeve and center hub. And really what holds this sleeve when you select your gear in place is these little guys here. And they're going to slide into, some of these have a little notch in them. Oh, wasn't quite lined up. Like that. So, and then you would slide these 3 in. There's 3 of them. I'll just put one in for now. I'm gonna grab these springs here. Use an old one for demonstration. Slide that little guy in there. And you put all 3 of them in. And then when you select your 5th gear, it's going to hold a little spring tension and hold that in place. But if you're, when the 5th gear goes bad and you get that taper going in the wrong way, the tension on this outer sleeve combined, on the gear, tapers are the wrong way, and this will go pop back, and you'll no longer have this gear engaged to the shaft through this hub. So 5th gear is on and installed, so you can see the 5th gear is freewheeling on the shaft, input shaft. You get your slide sleeve, and then just gonna lock it on. So when you hear grinding, it's actually not the teeth of the gear, but it's these engagement points grinding against the slide sleeve, like that.